It refers to the stage where the consciousness enters the wombs and where the six senses are formed. So form is the body of the fetus, and the name are the senses and the aggregates, 5 skandhas, 5 aggregates like form, experience and mental formations. Form, experience, mental formations. And feelings and consciousness. So the 5 skandhas are form, experience, mental formation, feeling and consciousness coming together. This is the 5 aggregates, that is the name, and the form is the body of the fetus. Fifth is the 6 sense basis. So this means that slowly, after name and form, the 6 senses and their consciousness are slowly developing in the fetus. Then there is the birth, the physical birth, leaving the fetus or the baby, the mother. And then 6 is contact. As soon as the baby is born or the fetus is born, there is contact when the senses begin to interact with external objects. So it is the physical birth in this world, and senses and external objects and consciousness are coming together. So senses, external object, and the conscious of it are coming together. This is contact, directly, immediately after the physical birth. And 7 is feeling. Feeling is where one starts to experience all kinds of feelings with all kinds of qualities. Feelings, sensations of happiness and suffering and neutral. So feeling immediately arises after contact, and the feelings have the quality of happiness and suffering, because this is the karmic load, the karmic consciousness of the previous lives now coming into action, coming into being in relation to what happens in the outside world. And then number 8 is craving. From this contact and from feeling arises craving, is where one starts experience the 5 sense objects outside of us. So we start to have a feeling of craving, a desire, but we have not yet started to give a reaction to this desire or craving. There's awareness of craving, I like, I want, I have desire, but there's no action. So this is craving. And clinging is 9, is where one immediately starts actively to seek the objects of craving or rejecting. So clinging is giving an answer, an action to the desire of craving. Try to become into a possession of the desired object or the desired person or the desired school or the desired friends or the desired clothing or the desired food. So this continues through the rest of our life: contact, feeling, craving and clinging. Everything that we want to create, everything that we want to desire, everything that we want to achieve is based on clinging as a result of craving, as a result of feeling, and as a result of contact. And through this, number 10 is becoming, and number 10 is when we create or having created the karmic result of engaging in all our action of achieving something simple like food or clothing, or something like jobs or relationships or possessions or status or whatever. This is called becoming because we are engaging in karmic actions, in virtuous and non-virtuous actions in this life. And it is called becoming because karma is created, And it's also called becoming because it is the luggage or the samsaric consciousness that leads us, brings us into the next life. So ignorance and formation in the beginning, number 1 and number 2, is based on becoming as a result of clinging, craving and feeling and contact from the previous life or from this life into the next life. So our basic activity in this life, as I explained in the beginning, is dependent origination by contact, feeling, craving, clinging, becoming. And this process on ignorance, based on ignorance with aversion and attachment, is the becoming of the quality for the life, the next life. And of course this is very significant in the Bardo period. This topic is not suited for now, but in the Bardo is where all these becoming of karmic results, positive and negative, virtuous and non-virtuous, are becoming into vivid experiences in a good way, or in a suffering way, or in a fearful way, or in a peaceful way. Because in the Bardo, all these karmic storage in our consciousness becomes vivid in the Bardo, and then thrives us into the next birth as long as we have no wisdom. And then in the next life, so birth is related to the next life, and aging and death from the beginning means the next life, name and form, and all this process arises in the next life. This was in the beginning, and now in this life we will experience aging and death, and also in the next life we will experience aging and death as a result of birth. So we have 2 links into the past. We have in the present the 8 links, and in the future we have the 2 links. And they are based on afflictions of ignorance, craving and clinging, and on karma with its formation and becoming. And the base of it is name and form, 6 senses, consciousness, feeling, birth, aging and death. So here, in short, we see what is meant by karma, by samsara. So what is the liberation from this process? I've mentioned in the 6 realms of samsara that the Buddhas are there and that they advise us to practice the 6 paramis, like wisdom and benevolence and meditative concentration and patience and joyous effort. So this is the positive counterforce in our daily life to practice the 6 paramis in every situation. And also we should study and contemplate on ignorance and on dependent origination and on cause and result and on karma. So we can meditate and study on it with the text and visiting teachers that can explain. And the basic thing, apart from wisdom, is doing what is good for oneself and for others. Or in other words, wholesome actions of body, speech and mind. I've mentioned the 6 paramis, but there's also the Noble Eightfold Path. We are also 8 steps that we can practice every day with the right wisdom, with the right view, the right